It's the Flow Friday Night Sports Show, and let's talk Hume netball now, which will be going ahead this weekend, and they had some matches last week for us to look at as well. Carla Fletcher is on the line. G'day, Carla. How are you?
Good, thanks, Jason. How are you?
Good, thank you. Yes, it was good to see some sport played last weekend, and Hume netball had plenty of games on for us to look at, and we might start with the Billabong Crows girls who bounced back. They took on Brockburham and had a very comfortable win, 60 goals to 20.
Yeah, the BBCs had a bit of a slow first quarter. Sorry, I'm going to have to start again.
You're right. You're right. Go for it.
BBCs had a bit of a slow first quarter, and unfortunately they had to play catch-up netball for the rest of the game. Best on call for the Saints was Michaela Hawkins, with the other awards going to Rebecca Livermore and Rachel Kaczynski. And big congratulations to Rachel, who played her 250th game for the Saints last weekend. So that's a huge effort.
That is a big effort in any competition from any player. Well done to her. A great effort there. We move on to Jindaraa, who must-win game for them, this one. They are looking for that top two finish, and they did more than enough to account for CDHBU, beat them comfortably 58 to 23.
Yeah, Jindaraa had a really good game after some weeks between games for them. They just displayed some defensive pressure all over the court, and I think that's a big strength in their game. Award winners were Taylor Vogel and Lucinda Morgan, and they were both outstanding in the mid-court, stopping many balls and limiting just some options for CDHBU. Coach Tegan Vogel is really pleased with how the Jindaraa girls are working really hard throughout their game, as they've got a few competitive games coming up.
They do. Now, speaking of competitive games, the bottom of the table clash. Henty took on Colcan at home, and it was Colcan getting their first win of the year. The girls would still be celebrating 40 goals to 31.
Yeah, this was a bit of a ripper of a game, and they came away with their first win for the season, did the Colcan girls. And they played a really strong and consistent game, and look, they were really eager for a win, and they got that on Saturday.
Good on them.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Moving on, the Giants, they took on Holbrook, Randall Bundry Waller, and it was a must-win game for them. They got the job done by 11 goals, 48 to 37.
Yeah, Randall Bundry came up against, a much stronger Holbrook team than when they first met back in round 4. The Giants had a really good lead during the first half, but Holbrook fought back, narrowing the margin to 6. Sophia Colhagen shot some beautiful long goals at crucial times, and especially in the last quarter, aiding the Giants' 11-goal win and taking home the mug for the day. Giants' Vivian Mellows was on fire all game after being unable to play the last game, and Alyssa Litchke dominated in the centre. With Jodie Ross-Smith from Holbrook playing a great game, helping shut down Mel McLennan in the Giants' circle. So well done to Randall Bundry. I think they will cement their spot in the top 6.
Yeah, they've certainly cleared out now. Game and percentage clear, not long to go in the season, of course, as we know. But a team that has absolutely cemented their spot is Osborne, top of the table, undefeated. They took on 5th-ranked Howlong and beat them comfortably in the end, 54 to 30.
Yeah, Osborne expected a contest in this game, and they certainly got it. From the Howlong team, especially in the first quarter. But Osborne had to fight for rebounds and turnovers, and unfortunately Howlong couldn't match it with Osborne as they stepped it up a level throughout the game and showing why they'll be the team to beat in the finals. Award winners for Howlong were the defenders Samantha Way and Abby Lishke, and Osborne's Abby O'Connell had a great game in wing defence centre. She was thankful for a run in the centre, and the coach's award went to the ever reliable and springy co-defender in Sarah Schneider.
Outstanding. And look, the last match of the round for us to talk about, both clubs had plenty to play for here, Lockhart and the Murray Magpies. Lockhart looking for that top 2 finish. The Murray Magpies playing for a spot in the top 6, but it was Lockhart in the end. Too good, 63 to 40.
Yeah, the Magpies had a bit of a tough game against Lockhart. They were missing 2 tall key shooters, which made for a really tough game. But Karaliski got best on foot for the Magpies, running the game out and goal attack and shooting consistently throughout the game. And Jess Black also had a solid game in wing defence. And the award winners for Lockhart went to Jane Hanna, who played a solid game in the midcourt, and our young shooter, Ruby Buffler, got the other award.
Okay, good stuff. Well, that's last week's matches. Let's move on to this week, and it looks like a pretty clear-cut round, but we'll go through them regardless. Round 16 of 18, and let's have a look at what's going on at Burumbuttock, where BB Saints will host Howlong, and the away side should start favourites here.
Yeah, I think Howlong will be looking to redeem themselves, and they should come away with a pretty strong win against the Saints, depending on player availability for both teams for this weekend. But I think Howlong will, also keep their spot in the top six and have a win.
Yeah. Here's an interesting game. Down the bottom of the ladder, Colcan and CDHBU. Now, CDHBU are way off the boil over recent times, and Colcan had their first win on the weekend, so their confidence will be up.
Yeah, I think Colcan, they might be a little bit too hungry to put another win on the board. And both clubs might also be affected by player availability. Some of the players that played well for Colcan last week, and Jess McGullis, Bridget Murphy and Montana Moore, I'm sure they'll be looking for a win. So I think I might go with Colcan this week.
Ooh, all right, very good. That'll get them off the bottom of the ladder, back-to-back wins. Now, Ginderer, they can pretty much put a full stop on the Murray Magpies season here and keep their spot in the top two secure. So, big game for them. But the Magpies, this is, it's must-win stuff. It's an elimination final for them.
Yeah, and Ginderer will be preparing, for their next few matches, and they're starting off with the Magpies. They're coming into the end of the season. I think they'll be looking for a strong win. Hopefully Magpie shooters are back this week to boost their chances, but I think Ginderer will be a little bit too strong for the Magpies.
Yep. And one of the other teams in that battle for the top two spot is Lockhart. Now, this game will be moved, I believe. We've got a fixture change I'll ask you about in a moment. But Hensey, at the moment, staring the wooden spoon in the face, and Lockhart just aren't in a position to show any mercy this weekend, are they?
No, Lockhart, I think, will be too strong for Hensey. The girls will be hopefully getting a match on the weekend, and we are moving to Burumbuttock. That's our home ground for the next few weeks due to the current situations around the border.
Yep.
But I think Lockhart will be too strong. But I'm really looking forward to seeing one of Hensey's young players in Molly Murray stepping up and playing in the senior grade, because she's been having an absolute blinder. So I'm looking forward to that match. But I think Lockhart will come away with the 4 points.
Another fixture change sees the top side Osborne. They will move this game. They're taking on Holbrook. Where will they be playing?
They're down at Howlong, and I don't think, the change of ground's going to be an obstacle for Osborne at all when they take on Holbrook. They played at Howlong last week, so it's a bit of a hometown advantage for them as well, and I think Osborne will be way too strong for Howlong.
Yeah. And I reckon the match of the round, this one, comfortably 4th versus 6th on the ladder. It's at Waller. The Giants, Randall Bundry Waller, taking on the Billabong Crows, away from home for the Crows. And, wow, the Crows absolutely have to win this if they want to finish top two. But the Giants, if they win this, they secure a final spot.
Yeah, so it's a battle of 6th versus 4th place, which the Crows are sitting, and both teams will be looking for a confidence-boosting game leading up to the finals. Defensive pressure, I think, will be the key, and the shooters will need to be at their best. But I think the Crows will come out on top. Once again, I think both teams might be a little bit affected with player availability for the weekend, but I think it still should be a pretty good battle.
All right. Another interesting round of matches, round 16 in Hume netball coming up on Saturday. And Carla, good luck to you and to everyone in Hume netball. Thanks for joining us again here on the Flow Friday Night Sports Show.
Thanks, Jason. We'll see you next week.